An ancient kingdom's lone happy guy is the subject of a Hindu mythology. Some extremely affluent people resided here, yet they were unable to appreciate their prosperity. They were never satisfied and always sought more. They spent the most of their time doing business and growing their wealth because of this. Conversely, other people were extremely impoverished. They didn't spend a significant portion of their life thinking of and moping over the things they didn't have, but they weren't happy either. As word spread that there was a man who was utterly content, curiosity about meeting him grew. They claimed that this man possessed a chest that held all the knowledge necessary to find happiness. Rich people went looking for him and wanted to buy the chest, but he wouldn't sell it. Despite the impoverished man's pleas, the wise man remained unmoved. They even made an unsuccessful attempt to rob him. A youngster carrying his cherished chest eventually made there to where the man was. He expressed to the man his desire for happiness as well. When the happy man saw the child's innocence, he became moved. He explained to him that happiness was like climbing a ladder, and that learning a new lesson was necessary for each level. He demonstrated to him the 7 steps to happiness in this way. Step 1. To be joyful, practice loving yourself. The child was advised by the man with the chest that liking oneself is the first step toward happiness. Self-love is believing oneself deserving of joy. You have to value your life in order to accomplish this. Observe good physical and mental health. It's also important to recognize that none of us are like anyone else in the universe. This implies that every one of our strengths and weaknesses stems from a distinct past in the cosmos. We are just the result of millions of unique causes, neither more nor less than anyone else. Step 2. Taking action and putting plans into action. Simply thinking about being the best or living a better life might be one of the things that brings people the greatest amount of unhappiness. This only makes you feel guilty and frustrated. Just take action if you believe you should or can accomplish anything. You don't need to think about it or pause too much. Additionally, it's critical that your words and deeds match. Naturally, with your thoughts as well. Thinking one thing and acting another will only lead to confusion. Rather, things go a lot more smoothly when you live in tune with yourself. Step 3. Eliminate jealousy. People who devote their entire life dwelling on the successes of others before taking into account their own are setting themselves up for resentment. You never know what someone else has had to endure in order to obtain what they own. You are therefore unfit to determine whether or not they deserve it. Take care of your own success rather than worrying about whether or not others will succeed. You will suffer if you let envy grow in your heart. Additionally, your suffering will be detrimental and pointless. Your level of happiness will double if you can find joy in other people's achievements and success. Your heart will be stronger, enabling you to accomplish your objectives. Step 4. Put an end to animosity. There are instances when we are insulted so severely that the hurt stays lodged in our hearts forever. Over time, the discomfort transforms into annoyance. And eventually, this develops into fury. You become the host of an extremely unfavorable emotion that ultimately paralyzes you. Another of those pointless emotions that seriously damages the person harboring it is resentment. Life follows a logic all its own. Because of this, you should always keep in mind that the person who insulted you will get justice of their own. Everyone eventually reaps what they sow. Everyone should therefore make an effort to forget, forgive, and let go. Step 5. Never take something that is not yours. Hinduism holds that stealing anything from someone else will have dire repercussions. The one who committed the crime will eventually lose something far more valuable. Additionally, when you don't respect other people's belongings, everything you acquire will eventually just go. This is not limited to tangible objects. It also has to do with taking benefits, affections, or ideas that don't belong to you. This kind of disrespectful behavior, according to Hindus, results in both material and moral devastation for the individual. Step 6. Get rid of maltreatment in your existence. There should never be abuse of a living being. This encompasses not only plants and animals but also people. Happy is the one who can engage with life in a loving manner. All living things should be respected since they provide happiness and well-being into our lives. This clearly suggests a strong opposition to being mistreated. Being forceful and rejecting anyone or anything that mistreats or abuses you is a positive thing. Abuse in any kind is never for your own good, or the benefit of others. Resilience against harmful treatments is not a prerequisite for evolution or error correction. Step 7. Show gratitude every single day of your life. It's really easy to do and has a profound emotional impact. You have plenty to be thankful for each and every day, no question about it. Your life will literally burst with color if you make it a practice to start each day with the words, "Thank you." These little rituals transform people's lives. It will put you in a position of goodness and positive attitude toward everything once it becomes a habit. You become a more giving person and feel happy as a result. It also gives you a better understanding of the worth of your life in its whole. As we've already established, the 7 steps to happiness resemble a ladder. One comes after the other. They make up an evolutionary process that results in tranquility within. The sole necessary prerequisite for achieving happiness is that you must live in peace. And achieving happiness entails coming to a place where the person accepts all of life's ups and downs with dignity and intelligence.